being very careful with my work, being very careful in what I'm depicting, being very intentional about the kind of soul, the attitude that my figures have, the dignity that I'm giving them. I fell into drawing, and that's when I first started drawing, pretty much as a consequence of immigrating to the United States. Stories that I'm telling is usually stories of immigrants that come from the Dominican Republic. I mean, that's truly it. And I'm really, something that I think I'm actively trying to do every day in my work is try to break down the boundaries or the borders of how we think about blackness in Latinidad and then blackness in Americanness, and then trying to have a more global conversation while being extremely specific about the people that I'm painting. I'm not painting types of people. I'm not painting, historically we've been painted as types. I'm painting specific people that exist today. When you encounter someone who's vulnerable, it encourages you to be vulnerable yourself. And that bit of hope is always present. So I wouldn't necessarily specify with one specific audience, but I am being very specific with what I'm representing. So I would at least hope that those folks definitely can appreciate and encounter the work. Painting my family that I'm very close to, so putting them in this state of vulnerability is something that's super important to me. I take a lot of photos. I have been using a lot of old family photos. I asked my grandmother to give me some photos, and I thought she was gonna give me maybe 100 or 200, but she came out with 2 giant bags that were 15 pounds each, just straight up photos. So that gave me a lot of content to work with, a lot of people who I don't know in those photos, and then a lot of people that I do know very, very well in those photos. So working with that kind of imagery, and then imagery that I'm taking today of my family, of my friends, of the community that I want to represent. And so that's all work that isn't necessarily seen. And then there's a painting part, which is very technical and very specific, which takes its own enormous amount of studying and practicing and planning for.